Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today? This is Steve Berlack, your Inner Vision Navigator, and this is another video of your inner champion. And so I have a quick question for all of you out there, and this is something a lot of people are dealing with. Have you had an issue with networking with the people that you need to network with in order to find the success that you see in your mind, that you know that you deserve? I mean, you've tried everything that you could think of. You've joined Facebook groups, you've joined different organizations, you've gone to events, you've actually spoken to everybody you could possibly think of about your vision and your goals, about what you're trying to achieve. And you thought that they were like-minded individuals. They said that they would help you, and you call them and follow up, and they never respond, and they never actually make any connection with you. They never actually wind up helping you, even though they promised they would. Right? You could build an email list. You do everything you could think of, and yet you're not connecting with the people that you need to find the success that you deserve. Well, 9 out of 10 students that I talk to about this, that I work with, they struggle with the exact same thing. And almost all of them, to a person, struggle with it for this one reason alone. They struggle with networking to find success because instead of doing the first thing they need to do, they jump to the second thing, which is everything I just described. All those things are great, but if you haven't done the initial work that you need to do, you will not be successful. And here's what it is. You ready for this? The first thing you have to do before you try networking with all these other people is you've got to connect to yourself first. You've got to have a level of self-awareness that most people don't have. There's 2 questions that you have to answer in order to really get on this journey of success. Are you ready for the questions? All right, here they come. And I want you to actually answer these questions in your mind when I ask you, and I want to see the level to which you can answer it. Question number 1, who are you? Question number 2, to whom do you belong? Take a second, marinate on that. Now, if you tell me your name is something, then that's great, but that's what you called you. That's not the question. Who are you? Like I said, 9 out of my 10 students that I work with, they struggle with that. And that's okay. That's why I help them. That's why I'm here. So I'm going to help you as well. In order to really become self-aware and answer those questions, here's the things that you need to do. First thing you should do, instead of just saying your name, Google it. Find out what your name actually means, both your first name, your middle names, and your surname. And we'll get to the surname. So for your middle names, however many you have, what are their meanings? Do they actually connect to who you are as a person, your personality? If they don't connect, why not? Talk to your family, who actually named you. Why did they name you that, right? Does that match the spirit of your personality, right? Those are the things that you have to explore. As to your last name, find out, where did your last name come from, right? What culture is it? What country are your family from, right? What does that mean to you? Get their perspective on that. Now, there are some students that I have whose names actually don't have a meaning, right? They're the parents that named them, they actually made the name up. So for those of you out there who have made up names, I say to you this: you actually have a power that most people don't have. You actually have the ability to define your name for yourself. For instance, if you treat people with honor, dignity, respect, then guess what? They will see your name as meaning honor, dignity, respect. If you're a liar, a cheat, a thief, then guess what? The people that think of your name, that's what it will mean to them. Liar, cheat, thief. So you have a special power. So use it, right? And then the last piece that I already alluded to, talk to your elders, right? Your elders have stories. If one thing older folks always do, they always tell stories, right? Funny, some not so funny, but they love to tell stories. The reason why is because what they're passing on isn't just what they've experienced. They're trying to tell you who you are, right? If they've gone through challenges and their blood runs through your veins, then that means you have the powers that they have. You have the abilities that they have, right? And then the last thing you should do to answer the question who you are and to whom you belong is what are the things that you love? What are you passionate about, right? What are the things that you would do for absolutely free? For me, I'm doing it. This is what I would do for free, right? Because I love it and I'm passionate about it. You've got to discover what those things are for you. So why is that even important? Why do you have to ask all these questions? Well, here it is. Here's a great example that I tell my students. So imagine you are the most expensive laptop on the planet, right? You are valuable because you do all these great things. However, in order to really, really bring out your effectiveness, you have to connect to other things besides yourself. You need to connect to a printer, right? You may need to connect to a large screen. Maybe you need to connect to a scanner so that you can get documents scanned in and you can share those documents out, right? In order to be as effective as you possibly can, you've got to connect out. But let's say you're not self-aware. You don't know what kind of laptop you are. You just know you're valuable. You don't know whether you have USB ports. You don't know whether you have HDMI ports. So guess what? You're trying to connect to this great big screen so that you can be really effective, or these multiple screens, but you don't know what port you have. So you're HDMI, but instead of using HDMI like you're using a USB cord. And guess what? You can't connect. You're trying to connect to this great system of screens and monitors, but you can't connect and you don't even understand why. You just know that they're great monitors and screens. You know that you're a great laptop, and yet you're not connecting. So people that do all these networking events and do all these, and speak to all these people without doing this initial work first, that's what they're doing. You're trying to connect to people that you don't naturally connect to. So you've got to do that initial work first, right? So now that you know how to become self-aware, the question becomes, how do you use that self-awareness to then find other people who share the same values, who share the same background, who can then help you become successful in however you define that success? How do you find the people and network in a meaningful and effective way? Well, if you want to know the answer to that, then click the link below. And for everybody who's watching this video, you will get complimentary a Achieve Your Inner Vision strategy session directly with me. It's a 1-hour phone call. It's a $500 value, but because I am who I am, right? And because you're watching this video, you will get that 1-hour phone call complimentary. And again, it's Achieve Your Inner Vision strategy session. So go ahead, click that link. Let's hook up and let's talk about how you can manage those relationships to get successful. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I got plenty more of these videos coming, and hit that little bell too, so you can get the notifications and know that you're getting more tips coming your way. So that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you on that calendar. Look forward to having that strategy session with you. Until then, that's all for today. Broadcast your inner champion.